Oh my goodness, step in the step. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. In the days of my youth, as they say. Yeah, got a little zep in the step to bring us in this morning. A little chilly. Of course, it is Preservation Thursday. Preservation Thursday, the star of the show last week, the button. We got a question for him. We got a question for the, wait a minute. We got a question for the button, not him, in case there's any freaky people out there that want to call me a sexist, saying I'm practicing sexism. I think somebody from Florida said that. I don't know. I could be wrong. But, boy, you know, we got a whom is responsible issue in the industry right now. Man, and it's kind of ugly. Going to talk a little about diversifying today. Diversifying, of course. Well, I'm getting ready to big time. But you know, this week, got to give a big shout out. Burnett Properties. I think they're over there in Tennessee, maybe Chattanooga, the Georgia area, somewhere in that area, the Smoky Mountain Hills or whatever they call them back there. The what is it? The bluegrass or something they got going on in. Oh, that's Kentucky. I'm sorry, she's in Tennessee. She's a volunteer, I guess. But she has a cool, it's an off-the-hook store. Look in the description. Link is in the description. If you need a gift, what time of year is it? Oh, before I go any further, if you hear anybody, I know this, if you're anything, if you're even a smidgen like me, hearing Christmas carols before Casper comes out to play just drives me Nancy Pelosi-ish, batshit crazy. Okay, I did some research. Apparently, it is perfectly legal if you catch somebody playing Christmas music before Halloween. You may use said individual as a Halloween decoration, a prop, whatever. It's perfectly legal. So, tip of the week. Be kind about it. But, you know, just put them on a hook, hang them by the house. They can hang, you know, when Halloween's over, take them off the hook and throw them back up in their yard or wherever they were playing that music. It's all good, Rich. Burnett. Hey, it's called Rustic. Oh man, I forgot the name. I didn't write it down. How stupid is that? Holy cow, try to do something. But it's therusticdepot.net. It's the link is in the description, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm telling you, off the hook gift ideas, yard, farm, beach, kind of themes, kind of little stuff like you might find in my booth, industrial yard art, but it has a farm beach theme, bathroom decor, all kinds of stuff, just all kinds of great stuff over there. Kimberly Burnett, again, Burnett Property Preservation there in Tennessee area. If you need some help, link in the description, ladies and gentlemen. But she got gift ideas. I'm telling you, she got some really cool gift ideas. And right now, 20% off right there. It's right on the front of the website, man, right on the banner. Use this code, get 20% off your purchase. Hey, it's to think about it. It's time to be getting gifts. There's some scuttlebutt out there right now. Scuttlebutt. Cochran Agency filling in. Or is the Cochran Agency stepping in where Vicky Bowser left off? I don't know. That's a scuttlebutt. It's a scuttlebutt. There's also scuttlebutt. Vicky might be looking at some prison time. Of course, that's what happens when you mess around with insurance fraud. Insurance commissioners get upset. They arrest you. And they call it fraud. Yeah, that's what happens when you cheat people out of money, I guess. It's called fraud. But as we know, Cochran Agency, another NEMFS member, Another NAMFS member. Spectrum. Spectrum. Another NAMFS member. Another NAMFS member. Reportedly $500,000 behind in the $3 inspection payment business. That's a lot of $3 inspections, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of $3. There's only 33 of them suckers in $100. $500,000. $500,000. Is that like, I don't know, what, 300,000 inspections or something they're behind? I don't know. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. I'm getting a happy birthday come in. How about that? It is from my witchy woman, Sarah Serpa, the drop dead gorgeous Sarah Serpa. Just bring in with a happy birthday. Thanks, Sarah. Appreciate it. The big question. Speaking of illegal and legal and all this stuff, if you got anything going on with and trust me on this, ladies and gentlemen, trust me on this. I would lien a property for $3. I don't care. I don't care. You know why? Because it would stop this. But that's not the mentality. That's not the train of thought. That's, let's just cover my butt, do what I got to do. If I cheat somebody, I cheat somebody. It's all okay because Eric Miller has my back. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Yeah, that mindset has to go, folks. Labor really needs to come together and start thinking about, there's all kinds of organizations and stuff going on out there. And speaking of organizations, this next issue I'm bringing up, International Association Field Service Technicians, you need to step up and take a position on this, period. No ifs, ands, or buts. Everybody in the industry is questioning what is going on because you have a board of directors that are playing both ends against the middle. They're NAMFS members, and they are on the board of directors. And we're going to give a shout out to a couple of them right now. We're going to give a shout out to people that are involved here right now. And I'm sorry, it is what it is, folks. It is what it is. So, whom is responsible? Whom would you say is responsible for Michael D. Joyner, Gagalski, being in compliance? Who allowed this gentleman to be in compliance with DUIs, assaults, beating up his girlfriend? A pile from 2012 to 2015, a mountain of sexual charges. And I'm not saying this guy's guilty, he's got to be guilty. He's going up for sentencing on December 5th. From 2002 until 2015, this guy has a pretty extensive record. And everybody knows I do something, I stand up, I raise my hand and say I did it. I own what I do. I own me. Apparently this guy was okay with the Mutt and Jeff team. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. They knew about him. Precision knew about him. Precision's that dual membership thing going on here. They knew about him. Mr. Derek Weathers, conversations we're finding in social media, seems to have a very good rapport with them, as he co-signed this guy for work. He referenced the guy referenced him. There was a pretty close relationship there. Now, please keep in mind, just because people have a relationship with somebody doesn't mean they're in bed with that person and they know the inner workings of the mind. Don't get that wrong. But the reason I'm bringing this up, Eric Miller, Justis, hello! Justis Smith, I'm talking about, you bet. We got a question for you here in a minute, Justis. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere, young lady. You stay right there. Brian Mingham. And I got notified the other day, and I'm drawing a blank on the gentleman's name, and I do apologize, IFAST. I do apologize. Apparently, Tony Newman is no longer the president, chairman of that organization. There was a newly elected president of that position. So I will get that name. I'll try to get it in the thing, but international. I do know this. Mr. Paul Williams, you're the press secretary. Get me a comment. Get me a comment, would you please? What is their position on this Michael D. Joyner guy? Whom is responsible for getting him an ABC number through Aspen Grove Solutions? Who is possible for that? Who's responsible? Is it the people? I mean, this raises so many questions, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, so many questions. I mean, let's think about this for a minute. It said they're supposed to go back 10 years. Okay, 2000, whatever. I mean, this guy is 2015. He was working up until 2015. It looks like the beginning, even into last year in 2016. This guy's working. He has an ABC number. So who else know? I mean, this is one of them questions like they want to put, who knew, how many people knew, when did you know, how did you know, blah, blah, blah. But it begs a question. Christine Klaus Vonderberg. Christine Klaus Vonderberg asked a very important question this week. Is an Aspen Grove background check reliable? What do you say, Button?
Bullshit detected. Take precautions.
Or is Aspen Grove, like many of us have said for a very long time, a revenue stream for a member of the nepotism club called National Association of Mortgage Field Services Management for Stealing? Are they a fraud? This guy had an ABC number, a background check through Aspen Grove. Who pushed him through? This is an investigative. This is an issue, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm sorry, but Miller, Justice Smith, Brian Mingham, IFAST, y'all need to ring in on this. Everybody needs to chime in on this. And there is a section called comments down below. That might be a place to start a dialogue on this, because you can bet when the dust settles, somebody's going to fall on this, because this is wrong. Period. It's wrong. And everybody knows it. You have people putting out all kinds of information. You have people decide they don't like somebody in an industry like the Mutt and Jeff team. He's a threat. He's this. He's that. Whatever, I don't know. But apparently this Michael D. Joyner was okay for the members of groups all over Facebook. I'm finding Hope, he was a buddy of Hope Gamble's, whether they knew each other personally or it was a Cyberland relationship. What we're seeing in these conversations, these people know quite a bit about this guy. They were pretty chummy. He was in Kim Savage's group over there, Property Preservation Exchange. I'm not sure what the name of Hope Gamble's group is, but when you start seeing some of this conversation, when you start seeing these people propping people up, you have to wonder what's going on. And I'm going to kind of parallel something here, because somebody claims Roe Enterprises Incorporated, actually it's Justice Smith, says they're in compliance with all laws, federal, local. Are you, Justice? Are you in compliance with every single law in every jurisdiction you're conducting business in? And don't say you only conduct business at your home office, because you don't. You conduct business in 3 states. Are you properly licensed? Justice B. Smith.
Bullshit level, DEFCON 5.
Yeah, you and I both know you can post all the links to the tax people you want. You might be in compliance with Florida tax code right now, but I'm going to guarantee your contract will not pass muster at the IRS. You think I'm kidding? Here's what we're going to do. Let's put your contract in front of the IRS. Let's put your contract in front of the Department of Labor. Oh, by the way, thank you for those of you that sent copies. You can quit sending them. I have enough. Thank you very much. Yeah, we have your contract. We also have some very rude, indignant statements that we're going to put in front of some people by you because actually, you're kind of like there from fraud, man. You're kind of like right there from fraud. So speaking of fraud reporting, your foremost fraud authority in the mortgage field service industry, ladies and gentlemen, foreclosurepedia.org, foreclosurepedia.org. Hey, when we're talking fraud, didn't just a while back, didn't what this may have went supposed to go on the front in the scuttlebutt issue, but it's not scuttlebutt, so it doesn't go in the front with the scuttlebutt because it's fact. The whole purpose of changing the codes, the HUD codes, the key codes, was so the general public didn't have them, so people didn't have them, so you couldn't go somewhere and buy them or have them made. Guess what U.S. Hardware and MFS is selling? N108 52214 52411 525767521477435. No, I'm not giving Colin Kaepernick some help and guidance to maybe boost his football career. Although maybe you should just go out on the street corner and call numbers out. Maybe somebody will come and hit you and your head will rattle back into place there, dude. But those are the padlock code, the key codes for HUD. For HUD! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How lame is that? Oh, by the way, National Association of Mortgage Field Service members. How does this go on? Mr. Miller, how do you continue to allow membership to make an organization look stupid? Day after day after day after day. It's like the Democrats not telling Hillary Clinton to shut up. Holy Toledo, are you kidding me? You create a policy to do something and then you turn around and you sell the information on the public market that's supposed to be protected? And then you're going to put some disclaimer at a work order that you're supposed to shut up and not tell anybody anything? You can't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make this stuff up. It's just, it baffles me that it goes on day after day after day after day after day. Day after day after day. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I got to talk about something. We're going to talk more about it over on the GMO side of things on GMO Tuesday. But I talk a lot about being legal and illegal in the property preservation industry. Remember, there's another budding industry, diversification, medical marijuana. Of course, half the states, medical marijuana is legal. We got the. I'm going to take the step back on that debate issue and let it play itself out because I think the money is going to dictate how the industry goes. We got a guy in the office that got no political obligations on this issue. Yeah, he doesn't drink. He doesn't get high. He has his own personal reasons. But he's a businessman, and when he sees something making the money, generating the revenue, they cannot keep products on the shelves in these stores right now. That should tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Talk about diversifying into an open industry. Holy Toledo. Stores can't stock. But what I want to talk about, it goes back to whom do your elected officials represent? Legal versus illegal. When you back in, what was it, March of 1971, the vote suffragette was changed. The age of majority became 18, and it became 18 because they during the war they went from 21 to 18 on the draft age because they needed bodies. They needed young, able bodies. Voting age was at 21 still, and for many, many years. The 26th Amendment was probably the fastest ratified amendment because everybody on the planet felt it was right. It was ratified in a couple months. March 1971, the voting age went from 21 to 18. My generation. My generation. Shame on us for being so stupid and lame. What have we taught the next generation? What is really going on out there, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. But let me say this. Had our generation, maybe they were smoking too many reefers on the corner and they just got lazy and ate all day. I don't know. 1971, 81, 91, 2001, 2011. 46 years have gone by. 46 years have gone by, and I can still recall in 1971, as I was a freshman in high school, everybody talking about maybe now marijuana will get changed. What's going on, people? Okay? Yesterday I was in a debate, and maybe, just maybe, whom do your elected officials represent? Maybe all those legislatures, all those lawmakers need to be made to sit down and actually study how and why marijuana and hemp became illegal and then be forced to watch Reefer Madness. Because that is what we got, and that's how marijuana became illegal. It was a con game. It was a con game by William Randolph Hearst, DuPont, with nylon rope. It was a con against the government and the people of this country, just like National Association of Mortgage Field Services cons everybody into believing that they're the number one trade association in the industry. They're the only trade association until International Association of Field Service Technicians. International Association Field, IFAST, until you stand up and make a position and say something. They're the only trade organization. They're the only trade organization of membership of theft. I don't know, man. They just the membership of fraud and it's just very disturbing, very, very disturbing. And I really think, again, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Miller, there's got to be a statement made. Aspen Grove Solutions, how did this happen? Precision, did you let him fly under the radar? Who are the companies giving this guy work? How did he get by everything? They just elected you president, Justis B. Smith. You ain't got nothing to say about that? You ain't got nothing to say about the membership of your organization screwing other members over? Oh, that's right. You're one of those members. I forgot about that. Yeah. With the controlling and narcissistic contract that we're going to send to the IRS to find out if it passes muster. Don't tell anybody, Justice. Don't tell anybody. Yeah, you might be compliant with an agency in Florida, but I guarantee you're not compliant when you start crossing state lines. You open the can of worms, we're going to go fishing. That's what we're going to do. If you like what you hear, ladies and gentlemen, give us a thumbs up. Hey, subscribe to the station. If you can help, hit the website, give us a donation. We sure could use the help. A lot of things going on. Office is going to get ready to change because we're getting ready to move things up the road. It's going to be a great time. Look into diversifying. We're going to start talking about this medical marijuana issue. If you do agriculture, if you're you sell, whatever. I mean, think about it. You can get licensed now, and they're kind of pushing away on that ex-felon thing. They're studying it. A lot of the guys, come on, I know how to grow stuff. Give me a break. So we're talking to people over here, going to get the right permits in place. We're going to have a good time. We're going to set up a great agriculture center over there up the road here on Preservation Thursday. Remember, beach. I will have. It's in the description. Rustic stuff. It's rusticdepot.com or .net or something. But cool stuff. Help Kim out over there on the holidays. You need a good gift. She's got some cool stuff. And check it out. You might just find something for your yard, man. You might find something for your yard. You might find something for Dad. Let's have a great day, folks. Let's all be safe out there.